Okay, good morning, early afternoon, everybody. So, I am live right now on TikTok and Facebook. I ain't never done this, so y'all bear with me. Hopefully, neither one goes out. I do not own the rights to this music playing in the background, but do y'all hear what it is? Y'all hear what's playing? Okay, so by now, a lot of you, let me make sure I cut my volumes up. Sorry about that. By now, a lot of you have heard about or seen the live about Glorilla, well, by Glorilla's sister talking about she was about to expose her. Now, a lot of you probably heard that word expose, and y'all probably thought it was going to be some piping hot tea. Y'all probably thought it was something she had done that y'all didn't know about. Y'all probably thought, you know, y'all probably thought it was something business related, like to her music, only to find out it was personal. Ironically, my shirt says fam. So that was funny. So I was like, okay, let me hop on live. So here's the thing. I'm not going to speak on their family dynamic, their situation, because that's their business. But I caught a little bit of the lives that her sister did. And it's a couple things that stood out to me that I'm going to speak on. It's a couple things that she said that stood out to me. She talked about how, Glorilla does not do anything for the family. Cool, we know that's what it was about. But it was the choice of words that she used. She said she is obligated. When she make it, we make it. What else did she say? She's supposed to do certain things, right? If those words stuck out to me, well, hey, she struggled with us. We her siblings. She is obligated. She's supposed to do this. She bought her friends cars. She didn't buy us cars, or we want to be riding like they riding. And somebody asked her, where does she work? She said, I don't work. That's why I need some of her money. I don't know if people really was paying attention to what was really being said. So, yeah. So that's family drama. Should it have ever made it to social media? No. But maybe she needed to vent. She said she was bitter. She said it's embarrassing that people know that that's her sister and she's, I guess living what she living or driving what she's driving. She did mention her car, driving what she's driving when the friends are riding in better vehicles. And I'm going to stop there because I want y'all to understand something about family and about friends. The reality is, for some of us, friends become family. For some people, you can count on your friends before you can your family. For some people, your friends may be a safe space. They may just be the person that does not want anything from you, that does not have their hand out. Because we all know family tends to think that their title makes them entitled. Again, some family tends to think that their title in your life makes them entitled to whatever you have, whether it's a parent, a sibling, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, cousin, what have you. This is what we have to understand as adults. When you reach a certain point in your life, nobody owes you anything. Not your parents, not your grandparents. Nobody owes you anything. I have never sat up and felt entitled to anything that anybody in my family or anybody that knows me have. What I did not notice in anything that her sister said, I didn't notice you being happy for her. I didn't notice nobody giving her applause or congratulating her on making it. I noticed a lot of bitterness. And she went so far as to say, you got nominated for a Grammy, but you ain't win. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's something my dad used to say to me all the time that I still hold true and dear to me to this day. My father, may he rest, told me so many things. But some things he said still stick with me. He said, nobody can hurt you like your family. That's one. And anybody that knows my dad know my dad was big on family. My dad used to tell me, nobody can hurt you like your family. And I used to say, Dad, that makes no sense. He said, oh, you'll understand as you get older. He couldn't be further from the truth. He was absolutely correct. Nobody can hurt you like your family simply because those are the ones we love. That's what he meant. That's what he was going. And also, family can be your downfall. Hey, Tasha. Family can be your downfall. And I had this conversation with my mother not long ago. And I said, Mom, you know, y'all really messed us up. And she said, what you mean? And I said, because y'all raised us with the mindset that you got to look out for your family. Your family is all you got. You got to be there for your family. Yada, yada, yada. I said, but Mama, do you know how heavy that is a burden to carry? And I can imagine that maybe my father felt like that because he carried a lot of the family. And it's been times where, I'm not going to lie, before I lost my dad, I always felt like I was supposed to do for my family. I was supposed to look out for them. If they needed me, I was supposed to show up. I was supposed to be there. I was supposed to give my last. But it'd be weird when you the one on the giving end and hardly ever on the receiving end. It's hard trying to carry a load that is not yours to carry. It's crazy how people, use my mama's favorite word, have the audacity to feel entitled to what you've worked hard for or what you've been blessed with. That just don't sit right with me. And I'm not expecting nobody to agree with me. We all have our own opinions, our own mindsets, our own experiences. I get it. So I'm not looking for no this. And look, think how you want to think on this, feel how you want to feel. I ain't arguing with nobody. Hey, have at it. I'm speaking for me. I've never felt entitled to anything that my people have had. Whether it was my parents, no. If I needed you for something, I reached out to you. That's something else that her sister said. Her sister said we shouldn't have to ask for nothing. Well, if she give everybody everything that they ask for or don't ask for, and she just assume that they need whatever, if she give away everything she got, what does she have left for herself? See, a lot of times people are on the outside looking into your life thinking that it's this way when it's really not. Just because somebody got an extra room in their house don't mean they got to let you stay there. Just because they have an extra car sitting in their garage don't mean they got to let you drive it. Just because they make it big and come into some money don't mean they got to break bread with you. Because the sad thing is, some of the most people that's expecting wouldn't look your way if the shoe was reversed. Let's be real. A lot of people don't just rock with us because they got so much love for us. No. A lot of people rock with you because you're beneficial. You got something that they want. There it is. There it is. We got to do away with that, but that's still your family. And you could be my mama, my daddy, my son, my daughter, my sister, my brother, my niece, my nephew, my auntie, my uncle, a close friend. You could be anybody. let me tell you something. I am obligated to the minor child that I have. Anything that I do for anybody else is out of the kindness of my heart. But the sad thing is, you could do something for somebody 25 days out of the month. The days you don't, or you tell them no, now you ain't shit. Now you ain't never done shit for them. Now you don't love them. Now, you acting funny. Now you think you all that. Now you're the problem. People that love you don't have a problem with you setting boundaries. They respect your no because they appreciate all the things you've already done. See, what we see so much of today is appreciation has been replaced with expectation. People now value your hand, what you can do for them, what you can give them, more so than they do your heart. That's the problem. A lot of people ain't clapping for you because they happy for you. You know, a lot of times when you hit it big, people clapping and smiling because they just know this is their payday. Like her sister said, when she made it, we all made it. A lot of people feel like that. But why? Why? When I was growing up, I was always the kid that used to be like, man, I can't wait till I get grown. I'm going to look out for my mama. I'm going to look out for my daddy. And I did just that. It was nothing my father could not get from me. It was nothing I would not do for him. And it's nothing my mama can't get from me. And it's nothing I would not do for her. But the difference is that's the relationship that we had. That's the relationship that we nurtured and cultivated. Does that mean it was perfect? No. Does that mean my childhood was without struggle? No. Does that mean we always agreed? No. But you know the two things that remain certain: love and respect. I have never disrespected my parents. I've never raised my voice at them. I've never cursed them. You get what I'm saying? See, it got to be a level of respect when you dealing with anybody. Regardless of how old I get, guess what? My parents are still my parents. I'm still their baby. Regardless. A lot of us miss so much. And family you got to quit thinking, oh, because this person is this, they should do that. No. Ain't nobody got to include you in their plans. They ain't got to invite you to their functions. They don't got to give you their phone number. They don't got to respond to your text message. They don't got to deal with you. That is a personal choice that we make as adults. There are people in my life that can get anything I got outside of blood family, and they know who they are. It's also people in my life, blood family or not, that can't get shit I got, and they know who they are. See how that works? I got a big family on all sides. I have a big family. So imagine if I tried to do everything for everybody. I'm left with nothing. I'm drained mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. You rob yourself of peace. You can't do and be everything for everybody. It's impossible. You understand what I'm saying? You have to learn, we have to unlearn some things. Because like I said, growing up, that's all we heard. Oh, you got to look out for your family. Your family, all you got. Da, 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 da. No. You do not. I believe in being there for people that's been there for me. I believe in looking out for the people that have looked out for me. I believe in being loyal to the people that have never made me question their loyalty. Reality is, and I'm gonna flip it since we're talking about family. I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. I have people, family, that don't even know my phone number, but they will call me through Facebook if they need something. You know how foul that is? Because if you don't have my number, that means you really don't rock with me like that. Which means if it comes to a point where you need something, my name should not even cross your mind. Real talk. It shouldn't. It should not cross your mind. I should not even be an option. Your option should be the people that you really rock with. That's facts. I have had health scares as recent as last year. I have had surgery. My husband has had surgery. People don't know that because they don't rock with me. The people that fuck with me know what goes on in my life. So it baffles me, and I be like, the nerve when people reach out asking and expecting me to do something for them and they don't even know what's going on in my life. You know, then the girl mentioned how they mama still works. She didn't retire our mama. Well, guess what? Hell, I can't retire my mama. My mama gonna work probably till she take her last breath, because that's just how my mama is. She loves what she does. She wants to. We've been waiting. She want to work. We've been waiting on my mom to retire. What? A good 5 years. I know 3. Every year she say she gonna retire. Liz ain't retiring because she don't want to. A lot of times we have to understand, you got people that don't want to leave their neighborhood. You got people, I like my house. I want to stay in this house. They comfortable. They don't always want to live in the limelight of what somebody else may be doing. Just because Glow is living this life that they think she's living, just because they think she got all this money, y'all know what come with that? She got responsibilities. It ain't like when you get a deal, the money just, oh, it's just all yours. She got expenses. She got a team. She got people she feeding. So, you know, like, I get it. People feel how they feel. You think what you think. Now, granted, if it's me and I didn't hit it big, do I reach back for my siblings? Me and my siblings different. Our relationship different. I don't know what her relationship is with her siblings. But what I do know is a couple things that was shared. So her sister said on another live, she said, I'm going to tell y'all what it's really about. Now, this really didn't work in her favor. I don't know if she thought about it. She shared a screenshot of her reaching out to somebody that was in media or something, and she wanted to, I guess, put it out there. Because the message was like, yeah, she got 10 siblings. She don't do nothing for none of us. She ain't help none of us out. Okay, cool. Well, it came a time. Okay, let me pause right there. That message got to Glorilla. So I'm guessing whoever the sister reached out to for some backdoor stuff, you know, you wanted a side deal or whatever, you was trying to get your name out there or shed some light on your sister not doing what you feel she should be doing. Cool. Well, the person, I guess, forwarded that message to Glorilla. So she ended up reaching out to her sister for help. And Glow said, ain't this you? Sent her the message, sent her the screenshot back. Like, ain't this you? The sister tried to call her. She ain't answered. She said, yeah, this you. You tried to embarrass me and make me look bad. So now I ain't got nothing for you. And I'm changing my number. Didn't that say a lot right there? Didn't that say a lot? Because the reality is this. Just like you entitled to feel how you feel, and just like you got feelings, so does your sister. You literally sat on live, talked about how you was going to ruin her and she was going to lose it all. Well, then who's she going to help? If she lose it all, how's she going to be in a predicament to help anybody? You went through your mom, y'all parents having these kids, and she know the struggle and she know what we didn't have. Well, she's not the cause of your struggle. She's not the reason y'all didn't have certain things. She's not the reason for your upbringing. She's not the reason for y'all lifestyle. So why is she deemed the savior for a whole family? See, our mindset got to shift. Our mindset got to shift. See, like I said, appreciation has been replaced by expectation. It's that I can't stand a sense of entitlement. Anybody that know me know. I don't mind doing. I don't mind giving. I don't mind helping. I don't care if you need somebody to talk to, whatever. I don't care. I'm that person. But the moment that I get a glimpse of you feeling like I owe you something, oh, baby, we ain't rocking. I cannot respect a person that wants to ride the coattail of somebody else's hard work. Money everywhere. Opportunities everywhere. YouTube University is 24/7. You can learn something for the free 99 if you want it. Opportunities are there. Nobody want to go get them because too many of us, we want a hand out instead of a hand up. See, it's a difference. I got people, no matter what idea have crossed my mind. I don't care if I was making shirts. I don't care if I was selling jewelry. I don't care if I was selling handbags. I don't care if I released a digital product. I got people, no lie. Soon as I drop that information, boom, they own it. They support me through my craziest stuff. Not to mention my husband, because I know he be sitting up sometimes like, where do my wife come up with all these ideas? But guess what? He supported because he know one thing his wife gonna do. I got some hustle and some ambition in me. I'ma always make some money. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that the girl literally said, no, I don't work. That's why I need her money. Baby, that ain't funny. You grown. Then she said she got robbed because they knew Glorilla was her sister and they thought she had money. How was that Glo fault? They might have knew you was her sister, but she ain't rob you. See, we got so much misplaced anger and we got so much blame. But you know what we don't do? We don't ever stop and look at that person in the mirror. We don't ever stop because let's be real. Accountability is rare. It's so easy to point the finger at everybody else than to look at ourselves and say, damn, maybe I'm the reason my life is the way it is. Man, I had so many good opportunities and I squandered them. You know what I'm saying? I squandered them. Man, I was doing good over here. I messed that up. Man, I had a good relationship. I messed that up. We don't ever want to look at ourselves and put the blame where it needs to be. Because I guarantee you know why I ain't never expected nothing from nobody in my life, regardless of how high up they was? Because a bitch always got her own. I always knew how to get to a bag. I'm not my daddy's daughter for no reason. My mama was more into the books in church. My daddy, very smart, loved the Lord. He believed, but my daddy, knowledge, street. That I get that hustle from my daddy. So what I look like sitting back getting mad because my mama won't buy me no car. And my mama got nice ass vehicles. If you know, you know. What I look like, I'm mad because she done got another Benz and I'm riding in a Kia. That's her motherfucking choice. That's her money. What I look like, mad because my kids, I feel like they making it big, or my nephew, he big and they won't look out for me. Baby, let me tell you something. Anytime, one thing about my nephew, and I'm talking about Pumpkin, if you know, you know. That's my oldest nephew. Let me tell you something. Any Mother's Day, any birthday, any Christmas, my nephew is like, Auntie, what you want? If I say I want a Marc Jacobs bag, bam, which one? If I say I want these Nikes, okay, what size? Ain't no questions. You get what I'm saying? And these are grown men with families, husbands, fathers. I don't feel like I'm entitled to nothing. Anybody in my life, no, I'm not picky. You want to do something for me, fine. You don't, that's fine too. It's still all love. I got young nieces who call me. Happy birthday, Auntie. Happy Mother's Day. I got a niece at college that don't miss a beat when it comes to her auntie. You understand me? That's love. Those are relationships. They ain't never asking me for nothing. That's why they can get whatever I got. That's why when I'm able, I try not to miss a birthday. I try not to miss a Christmas. You get what I'm saying? Because that matters to me that they even think of me in this day and age. People don't really be wanting relationships with people. You get what I'm saying? How many people you know sitting up, oh, well, let me call and check on my auntie, see how she doing. No, it's usually you calling because you got your hand out. I got family I done told no to and they blocked me. But we talking about family. Mind you, despite everything else I did and gave you, the moment I said, no, I can't do that because I just helped you with something else. Oh, okay, I was blocked. Y'all, I laughed so hard. Because I was like, damn, what I do? Then I realized it ain't what I did, it's what I didn't do. Feel me? So we gonna talk about family. Let's talk about it. Family ain't always right. Family ain't always good for you. Family don't always want the best for you. Family will sit back and hate on you more than a stranger in the street. Actually, you probably get more support from people you don't know than you do your family. I got people I know from the social club world still to this day. I still would send them gifts for their kid's birthday. I got cousins. When it comes to their kid's birthday, I'm going to send a gift. When it comes to Christmas and I got it, I'm going to send a gift. I got people, again, social club, if they baby have a fundraiser, I'm donating, I'm contributing. Because we got that relationship. Just because you blood and we share blood don't mean I owe you just like you don't owe me. See how that works? You don't owe nobody nothing because they share your blood or because y'all grew up together or y'all grandparents went to the same church or your parents was on the usher board. You don't owe nobody nothing. And when people can understand that and get that through their head, your life will be so much better. I sleep good at night. And I know it's a whole lot of people can't stand my black ass, but ask me, do I care? I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I ain't bothering nobody. See, I got people, like I said, siblings don't, okay, yes, I'm close with my siblings, love my siblings, right? But that don't mean I don't got boundaries with my siblings. That don't mean I just give my siblings everything they ask for. I got cousins also that are like sisters to me. I had a cousin, may he rest, D-Ray, that was like a fucking brother to me. You understand what I'm saying? My best friend. And this real talk because she said something about friend and I just got to speak on it. If you know, you know. My best friend, Nicole, is one of the closest people to me in my fucking life. We do not share blood. We share love. Real talk. Ain't nothing she can't get from me. Ain't nothing I wouldn't do for her. You hear me when I tell you? Do I have that same feeling towards everybody in my family? Hell no. Like I said, it's some that can get anything I got and it's some that can't get nothing. And I didn't make it like that. They did. Because like I said, when you can't appreciate how I've been there for you, when you can't appreciate what I've done, when you start feeling like you entitled or you running some shit, nah, baby, you stay over there and I'm going to stay over here. Period. Y'all got to quit thinking. And it's people, like I said, back to the parents and our elders that have raised you thinking, oh, well, you know, you might be the oldest sibling, so you responsible for your brother or your sister. No, you're not. No, the fuck you're not. Because guess what? Them ain't your kids. You're not. You're not. People will say, well, you know, you supposed to take care of your parents when they get old. Let me tell you something. That's a beautiful thing. When your parents are old or they sick and you can be there to take care of them, baby, that's a beautiful thing. But did I say you had to? Should you want to? Yes. But guess what? Everybody don't have that type of relationship. And that's okay. We got to stop thinking life is one size fit all. We got to stop thinking that the rules apply to everybody across the board, because they don't. My relationship with my daddy was different from my siblings' relationship with my daddy. My relationship with my mama is different from my brother's relationship with our mother. See how that go? Everybody has their own relationship with people. My relationship with my siblings, I have a different relationship with each one of them. With my dad, it's a total of 5 of us. I'm number 3. I'm smack dab in the middle. With my mama, it's just 2. Me and my brother, I'm the baby. We got to stop. Look, if ain't nobody told you today, I'm telling you. The burdens that ain't yours to carry, put them down. The problems that ain't yours to solve, don't try to fix them. For real. The mistakes you didn't make, it ain't your job. Whatever you didn't break, it ain't your job to piece back together. Because see, a lot of us, we let that title family keep us bound in some fucked up situations. I was talking to one of my cousins a couple weeks ago. And we was talking about family. And I was like, you know what, cuz? I said, on some real shit. I said, let's be real. And I got y'all on here. So y'all tell me, let's be real. If some people wasn't your family, would you even fuck with them? Like, real talk. Real talk. We ain't got to sugarcoat it. This me. And I know I got a big mouth and I love to talk. But I might tell you a joke, but I ain't going to tell you no lie. Some folks that ain't your family, you probably wouldn't even cross paths with them. You probably would not sit in their presence. You probably would not hold a conversation. Me and my cousin was talking about this because we was like, a lot has changed since we lost major people in the family. And I hit her with this. I said, but guess what, cuz? I said, did things really change or did people just show who they really were? She asked me what I meant. I said, look at it like this. I said, maybe the ones we lost, like grandparents, some of our parents, maybe those was the ones that was keeping the families together. Let's be real. We only went certain places because our mama or daddy said, come on, we going over such and such house. Come on, we finna go here. That's the only reason why we went. We ain't had no choice. We was kids. But now that we're grown and we're older and we living our own lives, making our own decisions, you can sit back and be like, no, I don't want to be around that. I'm good. And that's okay. You have that right. You can't, look, if we close and you put a title on me, sis, auntie, cousin, friend, sister, whatever, that means if we fall out, we supposed to be able to do so respectfully. I shouldn't be airing your dirty laundry. You shouldn't be airing mine. I shouldn't be on social media talking about you. You shouldn't be talking about me. Because I'm sorry. The way I look at shit, my daddy used to tell me, people can only bring something out of you that's already there. Let that sit. Let that sit for a minute. Let it sit. People can only bring something out of you that is already there. So if I fall out with you and now I ain't shit, I ain't never did nothing for you, I think I'm all that, I'm acting funny, bitch this, bitch that, that means that's how you felt anyway. Sorry, not sorry. I have never stopped talking to a person and dogged them. Because if I had love for you once, I got love for you still. I wish you the best. You go your way, I go mine. See how that work? I don't wish you no ill will. I still want you to shine. I want you to thrive. I want you to reach your fullest potential. But that's me. Some people actually, y'all fall out, baby. They talking about your mama, your kids, your dog. Whether you got one or not, baby, they drag you. Why? That's not love. That's not family. That's not relationship. That's not a bond. It's not. That's fake as hell. Which means, have you been pretending all along? Because you can only pretend for so long. The mask that you're wearing eventually falls off. So no, nobody is obligated to do anything for an adult. For real. Come on. Like that. When I tell y'all, I saw that and I'm not going to lie. When I first saw it, I thought she was trolling. No lie. I was like, I laughed because I'm like, oh, this can't be for real. But then she kept going and going. And then there was another live. And there was another live. And I was like, oh, wait, damn. Wait, this for real? This what we doing? We dragging our family on social media, baby. That ain't, love ain't nowhere in that. Nowhere. Because if I can't pick up the phone and have a conversation with you about how I feel, then that, guess what? Charge it to the game. We move on. Respectfully. That's it. That's all. We got to do better. We got to do better. Because the moment that you, as an adult, feel like somebody owe you something, that's a problem. Especially something that you're not willing to get up and go get for yourself. The girl said, I'm embarrassed. Everybody know that's my sister, but I'm driving a Malibu. She said she driving a 2013, 2014 Malibu. How embarrassing y'all think that is when everybody knows she Glow's sister? How is that Glow fault? And everybody, so many people were saying, oh yeah, she wrong. She didn't reach back and help her siblings. How y'all know? We wasn't there. We don't know what she did or didn't do. Because just maybe, I'm going to use myself. Just maybe she tired. I've been in that position where I was giving and giving and giving and doing and doing and doing. Then when you tell somebody no, you ain't shit. So that's not nobody having love for you. That's a motherfucker using you. And again, back to what my daddy said, nobody can hurt you like family. Yes. Yes. Your siblings don't owe you nothing. Your parents don't owe you nothing. Your grandparents don't owe you nothing. Your cousins don't owe you nothing. Your friends don't owe you nothing. Your nieces and nephews and aunties and uncles don't owe you nothing. If you're an adult of legal age and able body, what anybody chooses to do for you is a blessing and you should appreciate it. The moment that you begin counting their pockets, trying to make demands on what is theirs, thinking you're entitled to what they've worked for, that is a problem. And it's too many of y'all that fall under that family title that think somebody owe you something. Like I said, I got some family I rock with hard. I don't got to talk to them every day. We might talk once a week. We might talk once a month. But they know if they need me, I'm showing up. Just like it's your best bet not to fucking call me. Because like I said, if you don't have my number and you have to call me through Facebook Messenger for my help, that means you don't fuck with me for real. That means I should not be an option to reach out when you hit a hard time. No, baby, it don't work like that. And like I said, for a long time, I felt like, well, that's what my daddy would do. That's what my daddy would do. Baby, I sat down, I had a conversation with my daddy, may he rest. Yes, the last time I was in Chicago and I went to the cemetery and I had a long conversation with my daddy. You know what I said? I said, Daddy, I am not you. When I said those words, it released something off me. I said, Daddy, I am not you. I am not carrying your torch. I said, I watched how you carried the weight of this family and I watched how it wore you down. I said, I watched how people did not appreciate what you did. I watched how people took advantage. I watched how people dogged you. I watched how people threw salt on your name, and you think I'm about to do the same thing? No, sir. Because like I said, when my daddy took his last breath, he knew his daughter loved him. He knew I would move heaven and earth. He knew it wasn't shit I wouldn't do. Because everything I said I would do, I did. And anything I could do, I did. When he needed me, I was there. And it's the same way with my mama. Liz ain't gonna miss no beat. If she need me, I'm there. She needs something and I got it, it's hers. But like I said, that was the relationship I have with my parents. You can grow up in the same house with the same parents, have the same opportunities, and live totally different lifestyles because you make different fucking choices. Is that your parents' fault? No. Whatever. And I made some dumbass decisions in my life. Y'all think I'm blaming Liz and Teeny? No. Because I know what they did for me. I know the values that they instilled in me. I know the foundation they set for me. Whatever I chose to do in my life, that didn't reflect on how good of a parent my mom and my daddy was, because they was the best in my eyes. I could not have picked better if I had handpicked myself. But it does not matter what you do as a parent. You can raise your kids to the best of your ability. You can bring them up in church. You can teach them right from wrong. You can give them everything they need. They still reach a certain age where they develop their own personality. And as my granny used to say, they start smelling themselves. You can't tell them nothing. They got all the answers. They know better than you. They grown. Nobody want to listen. But it's okay when they need your help or your money, but they can't take your advice. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Come on now. Like make it make sense. I have never been a child that sat back and blamed my parents for my shortcomings. Did my parents know everything? No. Did my parents teach me everything I needed to know going into adulthood? No. Did my parents prepare me and teach me about finances? No. But guess what? That don't mean my parents didn't do the best they could. That don't mean my parents didn't give me and teach me all that they knew how. All that meant was when I reached a certain age, whatever it is I didn't know that I felt like I needed to know, I got off my ass and I learned. Y'all see how that worked? I learned. I wish I might ever feel some type of way about towards my grandparents or my parents or my aunts or my uncles for something that they didn't know or didn't do. I'm grown. When you grown, it's on you to make your life look like what you want it to look like, to go in the direction you want it to go. But that's why some people can't grow. That's why a lot of y'all stuck. A lot of y'all will remain stagnant because you still mad at your mama, your daddy. You still mad because you feel like your sibling got a better life than you. You still mad because maybe you feel like your cousins grew up in a better neighborhood than you. You still mad because the friends that was in your circle then outgrew you. You mad because you made bad decisions and you messed your life up and you threw away every opportunity that people have given you. Why is that anybody else's fault? Why is that not your responsibility? Why? And we got it bad. We got it bad. We got it bad. We really feel like our family owes us something. We feel like, my sister just hit the lottery, so I know I can at least get a car. Why? Don't be and talk to your sister none this year. Don't know what's going on with her kids, with her personal life. Don't know if she working. Nothing. We just feel entitled. Why? And like I said, the ones that always got their hand out for help ain't never helped nobody. The ones that always want so much, give the least. How you gonna burn bridges everywhere you go and think somebody gonna come rescue you? How you think you get to treat people like shit, but then ask them for help? That girl sat on that live and called her sister all kinds of bitches and hoes. Talking about, I got more tea. I'm going to put it all out there. I'm going to get paid. I'm going to do me some interviews. Why? Why? Baby, you can't come back from that. But what I need people to understand is when you try to paint a bad picture of somebody else, baby, all it do is expose your true colors. All it does is expose your true colors. You can't make nobody look bad. My daddy used to tell me, you are only as sick as your secrets. Baby, that's so true. Let me tell you something. And when my daddy told me that, I used to be like, I know my daddy used to get tired of me, no lie, because I used to have so many questions like, well, why you say that? And that don't make sense. Or explain this to me. You only as sick as your secrets. Know what that mean? When you put it out there, can't nobody use it against you. I tell people, yes, I was a teenage mother. Yes, I've been married before. I've been divorced. This is my second marriage. And you get what I'm saying? Can't nobody make me feel bad about no decision I made or did not make in my life. It's mine. Why my choices don't affect nobody but the people around me. That's it. We got to stop getting so wrapped up and so worked up. So many of us are people pleasers. That's why we let our family take advantage of us. Real talk. So many of us are people pleasers. We don't want to tell nobody no. I don't want them to be mad at me. I don't want to hurt their feelings. Folks don't give a fuck when it's your feelings. They don't care how they make you feel. People will drain you of everything you got. Constantly call on you for your help. But that's taken from your household, your responsibilities, your bills, your kids, your livelihood. People don't care. They could be sitting with a pocket full of money and will call you for help because they know you're going to help them. Real talk. People don't always need your help. They just know you're going to come through. But what is a crutch? Crutches are meant to be temporary, baby. A crutch is not meant to be permanent. A crutch is to help you stand till you are able to stand on your own. Some of y'all have been lifelong crutches to people in your family. Y'all don't even know how to tell folks no. Because when you tell folks no, you feel bad or you sitting somewhere crying. Know how I know? Because I've been that person. I've been that person. When I started implementing the word no, I used to sit back like, damn, I do got it. Like I could have did it, man. Maybe I should have did it. Maybe I should. I used to sit back and question myself over and over again. Why? Because nobody cared about telling me no. Let me tell y'all something. This is what really shifted my mindset. There was a time where I needed help. And I asked somebody in my family for help. Told them when I was going to pay them back. This was like a Monday or Tuesday. My oldest son was in college. I never forget. And I ain't going to put nobody's name out there. My oldest son was in college. It was just me. I was a single mom working. I hadn't got everything he needed. Blah, 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 blah. Something came up. I think it was like $100, and I did not have it. I reached out to a family member. Oh, this was like a Monday. I was like, I'll get back to you Friday. That's when I got paid. When I tell y'all, by the time I woke up Friday, no, bump that. They woke me up with their text. Don't forget about me. Baby, I wasn't even out the fucking bed. Don't forget about me. I said, good morning to you too, and trust me, I won't. Right at that moment, and mind you, like I said, my oldest son was in college. My son is 32 now. At that moment, I said, Lord, please, 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 help me put myself in a position where I ain't never got to ask nobody for nothing. I meant that. Do y'all know, my daddy used to tell me, and that's because of how I was raised, because my father used to say, you don't loan money, Katrina. You give what you can afford to do without. That's what my daddy said. You give what you can afford to do without. Meaning, he said, it take a lot for somebody to ask for help. People have to put their pride aside. He said, so if somebody comes to you and asks for help, you give them what you can afford to do without. If they ask for 100, but you can only afford to do without 50, then you give them the 50. Give. Because I'm not the person that's going to sit up and say, hey, remember when I had loaned you such and such? Or remember when I had paid this for you? Remember when I had helped with you? I don't rock like that. That, to me, that's fucking tacky. You would never be the topic of my conversation. Nobody will ever know what I did for you unless you tell them. That's how I was raised. That's what's in me. You get what I'm saying? So that moment, I was like, damn, wow, this how we doing it? You get what I'm saying? And that's what it was. And right then, I was like, damn, people ain't really for you how you for them. My mama used to tell me, Katrina, you will forever be disappointed in life expecting you out of people. I'm like, Mom, that don't even make sense. She said, oh, it made perfect sense. Listen to what I said. Here I am trying to dissect it. You will always be disappointed in life if you expect you out of people. Damn, know what she meant? Everybody ain't like you. Everybody ain't built like you. Everybody ain't got the heart you got. Everybody ain't sincere. Everybody not just out here doing stuff, not looking for something in return. I miss those days. Those days when family was really family. Those days when you could go sit at somebody's table and have a meal and it not be broadcast. Somebody could put some gas in your car and the whole family not know. Somebody could help you pay a bill and it not be the topic of a discussion in the family group chat. Y'all feel me? I know y'all feel me because I know I ain't the only one feel like that. I miss the old days when family was fucking real. When the titles did actually mean something. When it meant shit. When nobody couldn't sit around you, especially an outsider, couldn't sit around you and dog your family. I have seen people let other folks dog their family. And I be like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Let me tell you something. It don't matter how I feel about mine on no given day. I don't give a fuck what I say about them. Bitch, you ain't gonna say it. That's a difference. If my brother or my sister or my mama or my daddy, may he rest, or my auntie or my uncle or whoever, if somebody pissed me off and I'm venting, that's me. Bitch, don't chime me in the conversation and think you finna say some shit, especially if you ain't family. No, you're fucking not. See, them days, like I said, when family was real. You get what I'm saying? Now it's every man for themselves. Because like I said, we have lost the ones that kept the family together. And then the ones that have tried, they tired of trying. Before I left Chicago, I was always that cousin that was always trying to get my cousins together. Man, I ain't had no big house. I was living in a fucking apartment. But guess what? Everybody was welcome. Everybody was invited. It didn't matter if you was from the west side or the south side. My whole family was welcome because I love my whole family. Just because everybody invited don't mean they showing. But guess what? I did my part. I did my part. And I miss those days. Like, I got some I still rock with heavy. You get what I'm saying? I got some who call me just because, man, cuz I ain't talked to you in a couple weeks. How is everything? Money never comes up on either side, mine's or theirs. We have genuine conversation. We have genuine connection. That's what I want. I have become more intentional with my time, my energy, my resources, my effort. I put it into the people that deserve it because I spent too much time putting it into people that did not. I spent too much time trying to cultivate relationships that was one-sided. I was always doing and giving and calling and reaching out and showing up, and it was not reciprocated. No, I'm not rocking like that no more. I'm not. Like I said, I got people that support everything I do. Everything. And I got some that will, let me tell y'all how fucked up and how foul people is. Again, I'm going to use myself as an example. I don't care. Like everybody know, I do graphic design, right? I do graphic design. A lot of the stuff you see me wear, it'll be stuff I made. My own designs, my own creations, my own logos. I have some of my family that'll get on Facebook and say, hey, y'all know anybody that can do this design for me? Yeah, but we talking about family, right? And I also got family on the flip side. Anytime they come across a design, hey, cuz, can you do this? Hey, I need you to do these proms. I need this prom decoration. I need these baby shower t-shirts. I need these family union shirts. They gonna come to me first and foremost. Hey, cuz, can you do this? If I say, yeah, okay, it's on. I need this, I need that, I need that. And they're not asking for freebies. Hey, cuz, well, how much you charge for this? Even my mama. Hello. My mother has never come to me to do anything for her for free. My mother has never come. Let me tell you something. I did some shirts for my mother's English department at the school she teach at. My mama sent me a design. Hey, you think you could do this? I said, I got you. What color you want? Blah, 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 blah. Bam. My mama got her shirts. My mama ain't never said, oh, well, I'm your mama, so I feel like you should. First of all, even my husband, who I share the last name in a bed with, does not come to me for freebies. Hey, babe, you think you could do such and such? How much this costs? How much that hoodie costs? How much? Yes. So if my mama and my husband ain't looking for no freebies, ain't looking for no discount, I have never been that way. If I support people, I don't care what you charge. If you charge $50 for this shirt and I support you, I'm going to buy that damn shirt. Hell, I don't wear makeup. Never have a day in my life. But guess what? I know people that sell Mary Kay. I still buy it and give it to somebody. I got family that have events going on other places. I'm not there to participate, but guess what? I still buy tickets to support other people. I got classmates that may have stuff going on. I still show up and support them. Why not? I got genuine relationships and love for people. I'm not trying to never stop nobody shine. Who is that? Hey, cut. Yes, I do. I do graphics. Like I said, most of my shirts that you will see me wearing, backdrops, business cards, banners, flyers. Yes. Yes, ma'am. So it's like, we just gotta, but like I said, it's people that know what I do. And once I came across something one day that said, people will support somebody else doing the same thing as you just because it ain't you. Y'all know how messed up that is. People will support somebody doing the same thing as you just because it ain't you. Like really sit with that statement. Really sit with that. And think about how heartless and spiteful you got to be to go out of your way to support somebody else when you got the access within your reach. But I go rather spend. I don't know who that is. No, I'm not adding you to my life. I'd rather support somebody else because it ain't you. Baby, yes. If you come to me and you need something done and I can't do it, I have no problem saying, oh, no, I can't do that one. That's out of my league. I tell you, I'm not going to waste your time. Speaking of wasting time. Now, I've had family. Y'all, because we talking about family today. Hello. I've had family reach out to me. Baby, I done logos. I done came up with designs, several different designs. All of this. And they wasted my time. And I didn't charge them a dime because I was working on a logo. So, okay, I'm going to do these logos for you. Once you pick which one you like, then we can go on to the shirts. Wasted my time. I don't play with my time. Because my time is something I can't get back. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, cousin. You going to see it. You going to see it. And it's bad. But it's them, what they call it, crabs in a barrel mentality. Like we got to stay down together. No. Because my mindset is, okay, well, guess what? My cousin got her blessing, so guess what? That means she out the line. The line moves up. My position moves up. That's my mindset. That's just how I operate. I tell people all the time, like, it's a lot of stuff I don't, like I said, I don't wear makeup, but I support people that sell it. I may buy something and give it to my mama or give it to another family member. If I know something that you do and I am aware of a business that you have, I guarantee you I will support. Like, cuz I ain't know you had a business. You got to inbox me your information. I will support. I'm big on support, especially my family. And especially a female, because I am team girl. I'm a girl's girl. Like, I want us to eat. Because I know what it is being a wife and a mother. You get what I'm saying? And trying to maintain a household and still run business and still bring money to the table and keep things afloat. That's hard. That ain't easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's a task in itself. We got to do better. We got to do better. But baby, family, like I said, a title does not make you entitled. We don't know what folks' relationship was. We don't know what the dealings that they done had with one another. Because like I said, she told on herself when she put that message out there about her reaching out to somebody, trying to do an interview about her sister. And the person forwarded it to her sister. And her sister said, this you? Okay, well, I ain't got nothing for you. You can't get mad. You cannot get mad. Like, you not entitled to what nobody worked for. Regardless of the position you think you hold in their life. Regardless of the title that you carry. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You don't know what people go through on the back end. Baby, I used to rock so hard with people where if they needed something from me and I ain't have it, baby, I would go borrow it. I would take out a loan just to help these people because this my family and they need me. Shit, not no more. Not no more. People will drain you of everything you got and leave you high and dry. And when you're back against the wall, ain't nobody there but you. That's when you learn some common sense. Like I said, my dad used to tell me, Katrina, don't be no fool. You too smart. Don't be nobody fool. Absolutely. Absolutely. People deal with stuff. Everybody think because it look good. Just because you see somebody driving a new car, you don't know what that car note look like. You don't know what that insurance look like. Just because they live in a nice neighborhood, you don't know what that rent look like. Or that mortgage or those utilities. I learned a long time ago in elementary school. One of the best lessons I learned that I still apply to my life is keep your eyes on your own paper. Oh my God. If people did that, keep your eyes on your own paper. Stop worrying about what the next person got going on. Worry about you. Because all that energy that you put into being jealous and spiteful and envious and trying to drag somebody, if you took half of that energy and applied it to being better, life would improve for you. Because like I said, YouTube University is open 24/7. It's a lot of information for the free 99 that you can learn. Get yourself a trade. Go to school. Take a class. Do some training. Hell, make some candles. I don't care, whatever. It's too many ways out here to make money. For anybody to be sitting up thinking they're going to leech off somebody else. Or thinking that somebody else is required to take. I have never. Times are different. Let me tell y'all something. Times different. Because like I said, when we was growing up, all we used to talk about was how we was going to take care of our mom and daddy if we get some money when we get old. And we wasn't talking about rich. When we get older and could work, we used to always talk about how we was going to help our parents, ease the load, at least pay a bill, help buy some groceries, contribute to the household. That shit used to excite us growing up because all we wanted to do was make life easier for our parents because we saw their sacrifices and their struggles. We never sat back and felt like, oh, well, my mama brought me into this world, so she's required. She should want to take care of me. No, no, no. That's not how it go. That's not reality. It might sound good, but that's not how it go, baby. Because like I said, there's nothing I wouldn't do for mine. But everybody's relationship not the same. The sister said how they was neglected and abused and they struggled and da. So maybe Glo reached a point where she could finally live a life that she feel like she deserved. Maybe she's aware that if I give everybody everything they think they entitled to, that leaves nothing for me. Maybe she feel like y'all grown motherfuckers should get up and get it just like she got up and got it. I'm just saying. We got to stop being quick to speak on stuff that we don't know nothing about. Because let's be real. If we look through our own families, we see just how fucked up shit can be. But of course, I'm the big mouth. So it is what it is. I'm not finna sugarcoat nothing. Like I said, family can be miserable. Family can be messy. It's a lot of women. See, I'm finna step on some toes with this one. Y'all really finna be pissed off with me. I might lose some followers. It's okay. It's a whole lot of women right now that's scared to be a wife because they grew up around bitter black women that sat in the kitchen talking about how men wasn't shit and how they didn't need no man for nothing. Only person you can depend on is yourself. Baby, let me tell you something. And that was not my life. See, even when my parents divorced, my parents were still the best of friends. Till the end. I'm gonna get real transparent with y'all for a minute. My father and my father's wait a minute. I gotta do something on. I don't want them to end they was about to end my TikTok live. My father's, and this is personal, but I like to be transparent and real with y'all. Cause we talking about family. So when my father was released to hospice at home, those final moments and you watch them deteriorate and it just break your heart because it's nothing you can do to help them, right? My father had not spoken. My father had really not eaten. We was trying to get liquids in him because it's just something, had to get something in his system, but that wasn't working. Do y'all know, I'm finna tell y'all how my daddy pissed me off. And I know this finna sound real crazy. My daddy was waiting on my mama. Mind y'all, my parents had been divorced for so long. But my daddy had kept asking about my mama. And he kept asking about my oldest nephew who was in the army at the time. And to this day, I don't know how my mama did it. I said, Mama, you must got some kind of powers. I don't know how she got my nephew. My daddy kept saying, I want to see him in his uniform. I want to see him in his uniform. My nephew made it that Wednesday. And my daddy got to see him in his uniform and he smiled. Baby, my mama made it that Saturday. My mama came. My mama walked in the room. My father raised his arm. And people thought his arm was broken. It wasn't. It's just that the cancer had eaten away at the bone in that arm. My father raised his arm. A tear fell out of his eye when he saw my mama. He raised his arm to hold her hand. And my daddy said 2 words to my mother. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. My daddy said 2 words to my mama. He said, I'm sorry. He reached up. He grabbed her hand. from that arm that I know was in pain because like you could see the cancer had eaten away at the bone. It's like it was hanging. He held my mama's hand, and like I said, that tear rolled down his eye, and he said, "I'm sorry." And my mama said, "You don't have to apologize. It's still love." And my daddy cried. That was his last words. "I'm sorry," to my mama. So I'm going back to how pissed off I was because I'm sitting here like, okay, Negro, I've been sitting here with you for these months by your bedside and you ain't saying nothing, but you gonna say something to my mama. I felt a little slighted. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I know that's crazy, but I felt a little slighted. Like, you gonna say something to my mama? You ain't even saying nothing to me. Like, right? For real? Yes. And the next day he died. So he made his peace and said what he needed to say to my mama, and the next day he died. That's family. Even despite them being divorced, they still shared 2 kids. They still remain best of friends. They still checked on each other. It wasn't shit my mama wouldn't do for my daddy, and they wasn't even together. They had their own life. But let my daddy had needed something. Let me call my mom and say, because it was times if my daddy needed something and I couldn't do it, I called my mama because I knew she was going to make it happen. Well, Mom, my daddy needs such and such for his medicine. Okay, how much you need? Got it. You feel me? That's family. Family ain't always blood because sometimes blood will do you in. Some of us have cultivated more meaningful relationships with people outside of blood. You know, you probably can, and when I said that, I'm pretty sure you probably had some people come to mind that you consider family, that you probably will call on before you call on family. And that's the time we are at now. Those days are gone when if you used to come across a problem or have a hard time or you got an issue or you need help, back in the day, it wasn't a second thought. Man, I'm finna call son, so let me call my cousin, let me call my auntie, let me call. You had a whole list of people you could call back in the day. Fast forward to now. If something go wrong with you, who you calling? Think about it. For everybody, family is not an option. Some people would rather call a friend because number one, sometimes the family gonna broadcast your business. They gotta tell everybody about what they did for you or how they helped you or how so-and-so, how she got a man. Let me tell you something. Family, this is what y'all do. Some of y'all, because I say y'all, that don't include everybody, so don't get in your feelings. 2 places you should not be: in your feelings and on no live of mine, because I'm bound to step on some toes. That's just a disclaimer. This is how some of y'all do. You might have a family member that got a man, right? But she might not want to go to that man for help because maybe she don't want him to feel like she need him. So she might call on a cousin or a sister or an auntie or whoever or a friend. Why y'all got to talk about her? Why the first thing y'all say is, she got a whole nigga laying up in her house and she asking me for help. And does it matter? What matters is that she needs your help. Either you gonna help her or you ain't. And if you ain't, then shut up. Real talk. Because before, we got to be mindful who we put our mouth on in more ways than one. Like real talk. But I wasn't going there, but you get what I'm saying. Got to be mindful who you put your mouth on. Some folks God really don't play about. See, when I be saying that about me, people think I just be saying something because of who I am, because I curse or this or that. Baby, I'm me. You're going to get me real raw and uncut 100% of the time. And like my uncle told me, who is a pastor, because I went live one time and baby, I was on 10. I don't know who pissed me off that day, but I was dropping F-bombs and I apologized to my uncle. You know what my uncle said? What you apologizing for? I said, well, I know you saw that live and I was cursing. He said, and? He said, that's you. That's your message. He said, it will always reach the people it need to reach. So since my uncle didn't have no problem with it and my mama ain't got no problem with it, I don't care what nobody else think. Nah. So I'm going to carry on. Like I said, be selective with who you call family. Because like I said before, at the beginning of this live, I got some people I rock with, whether it's from elementary school, high school, the social club world, that I will treat just like family, that I will bend over backwards for and support and show up for just like some of the people in my family. And on the flip side, I have some family I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. But I got some family that can't get nothing from me. And they made it that way. So in closing, you are not obligated to anybody that is a able-bodied adult, regardless of the title that they hold in your life. Regardless, you are not. And when you can understand that and you can unlearn all that we learned growing up, where you got to look out for your family, you the oldest, so you got to take care. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you use up everything you got for everybody else, you will have nothing left for yourself. So I'm signing out till next time. Y'all have a good one.